What is this? It's a Baja, and it's cool painted. Painted cool, painted coolly. I don't know. It looks really cool though. Cool. It looks cool. It's ghoulish, and how cool it is. All right, guys. Here is the 1967 Baja Beetle. There are some things that do not work on it. There are some things that do work on it. But what I need you to know is it is not perfect. It does not look as good as you think it might look with the way the paint is, because it looks like the paint is awesome, and it's just not. So to be clear, this is primer, just primer. It's like a red oxide or something like that. I picked up at Ace, just regular rattle can primer. And then I put some automotive clear coat over the top of it. I wanted to do something unique. I'd never done this before, but I always thought about doing it, where you just sand it and have the previous colors on there, and then you just clear over the top of it. So I gave that a shot and it turned out all right, actually. Oh, you just saw here some fuses here. I just threw that in. I noticed there's a missing fuse here, which made the blinkers work, which is woo, yeah, that's what we want. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? I want to make sure that whatever interest you have, you understand that this bug needs a lot of work. I think it's a great platform. Like, check this out. There's virtually no rust on this bug. At least no rust that's gone through. The one spot that might be suspect, and I didn't notice it until after I painted it, was this spot right here. I don't know what that is, but it does not look too good. This obviously was where it got dented. It's been running as a Baja. But if you look underneath, there is no rust. There's some holes and there's some dings and some massive dents, but even where the battery tray is, not really any rust that I can see. Now, there may be rust where I'm just not aware of, that I haven't seen yet, but from what I can tell, it's a pretty rust-free bug. For 67, that's pretty stinking impressive. Now, some things that do work, and I'll show you here in a moment, the headlights, both bulbs, brights and dims, as well as the running lights in the front and the blinkers in the front, those all work. The things that don't work is the brake lights and the turn signals in the back. And there's a reason for that, and I'll show you here. Right now, actually, technically, the taillights don't even work, but they will here in a couple of hours. So let's check that out first, and then we'll go into the interior. So right now, you have these lights, and they look really cool. It's actually really neat when they turned on, because you have this amber light on the back, or towards the front of the car, and toward the fender. And so when this lights up, the amber does too, and so the whole fender lights up. It's really kind of cool. Unfortunately, there's only one element in here, so it's one light. So when you go to hook this up, you need really two to be able to have the brake lights and the turn signals, as well as the running lights, right? So you have running lights, taillights rather. I need to learn my words. We have turn signals, running lights, and brake lights. So you need two bulbs to make all of that happen. Unfortunately, there's only one bulb here, so I'm gonna wire this up so that at least you have tail lights so you can see. You can use your hand signals until you rewire something else up. I may give it a shot. I may try to make that work with just that one bulb. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. If I do, I'll update the listing, but just assume it doesn't work, right? Okay, so some other pieces to note. This is a 1600 dual port engine. In 67, they had a single port, if I remember correctly, and it was a 1500. This is a little different. Now, what this does have, it sounds like it has a rod knock, but it's not. It's just this guy hitting. So I went ahead and made sure that's what was going on exactly, and it is. When you pull this out, when you hear that noise, it actually stops the noise altogether. So that's what that is. Let's see. What else? Let's go take a look at the interior, shall we? It does have pop-out windows, which is kind of cool. If you notice, this is a little black. It looks like just the paint's coming off. It's really kind of gross. That's what this looked like before I took some O'Reilly's carb cleaner. Now, let me be clear. O'Reilly's carb cleaner is some of the best I've ever found. I don't know why it works so well, but it really does. And it took this black nastiness off like that. Okay, so that needs to be done. There is some paint overspray on the seats, as you can tell. I haven't taken care of that yet. This is gonna need some work, like I said. Oi! There's no panels on the right passenger or driver side, and it's gonna need some carpet kit in the back. There's a hole back here for access. The headliner needs replaced. The carpets, it's there, but it's just not the best. We have seat belts, but if you notice, there's nothing to connect them to. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. We do have emergency brake cables, but there's no emergency brake lever. Let's see here. The transmission shifts really well, except for the fact that I think there's a bushing missing because you can't really feel the H pattern too well. And my daily driver has the same exact problem. It's not a big deal. You get used to it, but just to be aware. Let's see, what else? Oh, aftermarket turn signal. It's kind of goofy, but it all works. Of course, you have the fuel gauge that works, the speedometer works, the needle bounces around. I think the cable needs to be oiled. Of course, the radio's missing. These knobs are actually really rare. It's 1 year only, and these are rubberized, and they're still rubbery. They're not hard, so that's really stinking cool. Let's see. This is also a 1 year item right here, but where normally they had like a little handle here, but this one doesn't. This has a dip, right? Okay, so let's see. What else can we talk about in the interior? Oh, here we go. These clips are missing for the sun visors, so these kind of just dangle and hang. Needs some work. Windshield wipers do not work. I don't know. I don't think it's a fuse. I just went through all the fuses, so I don't know what's going on with that. But these handles are missing. I think you can get them from Wolfsburg West, the proper handle for this year, which is kind of cool. I heard that from Chris Vallone on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about. Let's see here. Again, got some funness with the hood. You know, these just switch out. There's no hinge, so you just have to pop that off. There's no handle, so you got to put your hand on both sides, pop it out. That's just fine. And again, this is a little wobbly, but it's actually fine. Let me show you how they're adjusted here. So let's go ahead and drop this. What's this thing called? Oh, it's a garage door. Let's drop the garage door. And again, just know, folks, this looks like it's great, right? You look at all the glossiness and the reflections, and oh my gosh, it looks like it's so nice. It's really not. Okay, so, and I'm just trying to be upfront and honest. It's not that I don't think this bug is an awesome bug, because let me be clear, I think this is stinking awesome. But I just don't want you to get, misrepresented. Okay, so let's turn the key on. Pull out first of all, let's just look at the parking lights. All right, so we go out here, see the parking lights are on, and they're working just fine. Now, let's come out here, and let's turn on left turn signal. Works. This just stopped working. Just now on video. Yay! So I don't know what's going on with that. That just got really bright for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's go ahead and turn that off and see what happens. Good timing, right? Hey, it's an old Volkswagen. What do you expect? All right, so that's doing the same thing here. There we go. No, it's still bright. I don't know why. All right, yep, it's still down. I bet I know why. Also, while we're here, let's check this out. Dims, brights, but it's done down here. It's underneath where my finger is right here. That's where the switch is. You push up down here, so that's kind of weird. Let's check this out, though. I bet I know what's going on. I bet these two wires touched. That's my guess. Hey, look at that. Okay, that's what it was. So these two wires, I just had them sitting, and they actually touched together, which then threw extra power back fed into the system. So we'll go ahead and go do this, and we really shouldn't have these exposed while the headlights or the lights are on. We'll leave that there. And now we can go back and check it out. So this is what it's like owning a Volkswagen, folks. Things are just kind of funky. So here we go. So now we have our parking lights as they should be, and we have the right blinker coming up. There's the right blinker, and here's the left blinker. So, and as far as, like I said, those taillights, you're only gonna have taillights. You're not gonna have turn signals or brake lights in the back, unless I change my mind and want to be really nice to you guys. But that's pretty much all there is, folks. One more little walk around, just to show you there's nothing actually here. I was just holding that. This is what it looks like without the parts on there. Yeah, so just a good, cool kick-around bug. I'm gonna put new wheel drum on the driver's side. I might, if I can get one in stock, I'll replace the passenger one as well. But for right now, I only have the front drum for the driver's side. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the front drum on the driver's side, of course. I'm gonna put new wheel bearings and also new shoes. So I wanna make sure it actually stops for you. You wanna have the bug stopping. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. And one of the main reasons why I'm replacing that drum is because, well, let's just say I need to, because, well, a stud broke off. So that's why I'm replacing the drum here, and it's not a bad idea to replace both drums, right? So that's the goal, that's what I'm doing, and that is the long and the short. Actually, no, that's the long and the long of this 1967 Bug-Eye Baja. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. More than happy to answer any questions you may have. And yeah, good luck on bidding. Yeah, good luck.